Ho ho ho, and welcome to day number 22 here on TryHackMe. We are doing Advent for Cyber. It is a Kubernetes digital forensics. It's because I'm Kubed, isn't it? So this is a very long tutorial. So the way that I'm going to do it is skip as much text as I can in order to keep the video length down. So I will definitely go ahead and execute the commands we have right here. And then I will go ahead and not read that much text, and we're going to find the answers together. So it's important that you actually read the text yourself and research it if you want to learn it. So now, in order to get started, we should definitely just do that together so we know what is going on. We have the machine open right here. It's the attack box. And we are tasked to open a terminal. So we are definitely going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and start the minikube. We do this. And I get a small little cute smiley face by starting the minikube. Now, I don't really know about the answers here down below. We need to provide for the questions. The last question we can definitely just... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and provide a really, really long answer right here. I've never seen that long an answer before. Anyways, we're going to answer with the name of the web shell that's used by major malware, the web shell. Yeah, so it's something we can spell with 6 letters, giving us a hint to what that can be, with probably .tmh TryHackMe as a domain. So it's something domain-wise we're going to check out. What file the major malware read from the pod, what tool the major malware search for that could be used to create a remote connection from the pod. What IP connects to the Docker registry? That was unexpected. At what time is the first connection? Okay, so at what time is the updated malicious image pushed to registry? And what is the value stored in the pull cred? So it's a long value. We see it's a lot of square brackets and so it's something, you know, looking like objects. So we are currently doing, as you can see, many commands. The very first one here is executed. We definitely just should check out what it says here. So let's just check out what it says. Whoa, thank you. And I like all the small cute smiley faces. We just started up the minikube on Ubuntu using Docker to the driver based and starting controls. It doesn't really, I don't really see any answers here we're gonna use for the questions. We have something called minikube, very cute. Anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and do this command right here so we can get further informations, and we can see that there are very interesting small Docker containers, what are you going to call it, running. It reminds me of this, at least it does. This is running in Docker, isn't it? Let me just see if I can write Docker so we can, yeah, so it's some Docker stuff. So we are seeing some names, and now that we have this, we should definitely go ahead and exec this one right here and get a bin bash on that Docker image. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't know if we should do the same window, but we're doing the same window. So now we have access as root, and now we have access to that particular Docker machine. We can cat out the log file. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're seeing a lot of different things here. It's the access.log file from the Apache server. It's the web server on the machine. And it's a lot of, well, it's not that much we see right here. It's actually a pretty decent amount of data. We can actually do analysis with our eyes on this without having to do any, I would say, automated. We can almost make it fit one page. That's the golden rule. If you can fit one page, you can definitely do it yourself, right? So it's how much? It's like this is the top and the bottom, so we have exactly one page. What we see here is just normal HTTP requests, something like Shelly. That kind of reminds me that someone is executing commands directly through a file called shelly.php. Who am I to detect who is the user running the PHP stuff? Other than that, we don't really see a lot of stuff without, there's some other PHP files, and it definitely looks very normal, I would say, in most occasions. This is where we need to understand and know which kind of requests should be and should not be a part of the normal log. So depending on what kind of traffic we expect, this is definitely something we shouldn't expect. But yeah, they also show this here, like the Shelly.php. We execute the whoami command. I'm pretty sure this is what we also have here in the text. So now that we have that, we could, I don't know if we're gonna use it for anything, so we're gonna copy this and just put it up here in another browser session to save it for another case, another day. I'm gonna just close the other windows so we don't have that lying around. Then I think we're being tasked to exit this part, so we'll just have exit. And now we are tasked to navigate to this particular path right here. So we're going to do that. And inside of here we have a file called pod apache log. We can definitely go ahead and nano into the pod access log 2, and we can see like this is the same, almost the same as the one before. We have a little bit more here with Shelly. I'm just checking out what is going on the other request. It looks pretty standard without going too much into it. Then what really happens here is that someone is trying to find out who they are on their account running PHP. Then we're gonna find out what we can see. Gonna try and output the data that is inside a db.php file. Usually got some data stuff going on, and then one more time, who am I? And the connection there is, and the last command there is trying to find out whether we have installed netcat. So it's gonna look for the path. What is the path for netcat binary? So we can do a absolute path call to that particular. So that's what happens there. So now this is done. Let's go ahead and execute this command right here. So Docker PS is showing us what we have running. We have one there running, the Minikube and some other thing running here. Not sure what that is. And now we're gonna go ahead and connect to the instance to see if we have any more logs. So let's go ahead and do that. No such. Okay, so we could not do that. So we can definitely go ahead and execute, instead of the command here in the top, we can, oh, I totally forgot the container ID. This is when you copy paste too much. Okay, this container ID there. There we go. No. Oh yeah, I'm not reading. Maybe we should just delete up until, there we go. So yeah, so there's nothing inside the log file, so that's how it is. What we could do is try the other command here down below. And one more time, take the same unique identifier, which is going to be unique depending on your machine. And there we have it. We actually got some more right now. And let me just see, maybe I have to use some of it, but now that we have it, we can definitely go ahead and Docker logs registry. So is this the have been pulled for you and stored in, so they already stored that for us, these logs, which thank you for that. But so we just clear the screen. So they're telling us what we just saw is in this file. So what we can do now is to execute this command here down below, and that's gonna do some filtering by taking the one with a head and cutting the spaces to give us a more exact information. We're gonna see different kind of IP addresses. We have this IP address right there. We have that IP address, and the last one is the same. So that's gonna be these kind of interesting IP addresses. We have these two right here. So maybe just a little reading that they're talking about that. They can see that the most connections from a registry was made from that IP address, but we can also see connections were also made from that IP address, which is a known IP address though. So it's found out all requests made by that IP. So let's go ahead and check out what is that IP address is doing. So copy paste the command and pop it out, and we can see that we're getting a lot of HTTP requests, some puts and patch and post and stuff, and this is probably getting, too much for our eyes to handle. So in order to do that, we definitely should go ahead and check out if there's different commands. So we're getting somewhere that says so it's saying SHP status 200 is returned in this log entry. They're talking about 1010 130. It's difficult to see, but 29th of October, 1226, 1226, and then 4400 Docker commit generic stuff like that. Interesting. Whitelists. So the text is, now we're getting somewhere. If you review the first few requests, we can see that 0 authentications were made, but we can also see that there was a request to read the manifest and it succeeded. So now that this is something we have in our evidence, let's go ahead and check out the next command, where we're further going to investigate the same IP address for the patch command. So it's another method in HTTP protocol, and we're getting two different ones here, and we can see that a lot of things is going on, so it's not good. So it seems like that Media Malware could push a new version to an image. It's not good at all. So let's see what we could be done by that. So the next one here is, I probably have to read this. Looks like The attack happened via an authenticated Docker registry push. Now it's time to learn our Kubernetes environment, determine how this was possible. Mosquito was aware that major malware was giving user access to naughty or nice Kubernetes environment, but was assured by the DevSecOps team that he wouldn't have sufficient permissions to view secrets, etc. The first thing we should do is to make sure that this case, to do this, Mosquito decides to check what role was assigned to major malware. And to do that, we're going to execute this command right there in Kubernetes. Let's just do that. So major, squeeze that role by name major malware. It decides to take a closer look. So there is something here. Major something using binding and major user. So let's go ahead and check out what is going on with using the command next here. And we can then see that the user, there was a role, major user that was bound to the major malware. Mosquito then checked this role to see what permission it has, therefore major malware had. So let's go ahead and check out what permissions we do see, whatever it is. So the output here tells Mosquito something very important. All permissions listed here are, as you would expect for a non-admin user in Kubernetes environment, all of those except for the permissions associated with prod exec. Exec allows the user to shell into containers running with a pod. This gives Mosquito an idea of what major malware might have done. To confirm suspicions, she checks the major malware activity, so we can copy paste this command right there, I think, the way it is. And we can see, whoa, a lot of things is going on. This returns a lot of logs. Let's go through them as Mosquito starts to form the attack path. Was this the same command as in the top? Grab always code. So let's go ahead and do the better command right here, I think it is, to see what's going on, and it definitely is a lot of stuff. Not really sure what to say about that. A log snippet tells us major malware attempt to get the secret stored on a cluster. Received a 403 response as he didn't have sufficient permission to do so. So now we're going to go ahead and get the roles. And I don't think we got the roles. Let me just do it one more time. There we go. And after being denied secret access, major malware then started snooping to see what roles were present on the cluster. This is the problem with these kind of exercises, is that there's so much text and my eyes is definitely jumping up and down the screen while reading these things, which is why I will never do this for real life job. You know, it's just too much, not for me. So describing role, let's don't do that, so copy paste it. Let's try one more time. Copy pasting is difficult, I know. There we go. While it's running for the previous get roles command, major malware will have found a role name, job runner. These logs tell us that major malware then described this role, blah blah blah. And we can then execute another command, and I just don't feel this is a very interesting assignment. We're getting the same kind of chunky output, and we can continue doing it, and it's just the same every time almost. What they alter here is, I don't really see what they alter. Grep, color, always resource, grep, always verb. Yeah, I must be honest. It does seem like exactly the same command. Maybe I'm just not into this at all. Yeah. Alrighty then. So now that that is done with all these same commands executed, let's go ahead and do that one. No? Need all of it. All of it then. And then we're getting all this chunky donkey again. I just cannot look at it because it makes me totally dizzy. So, but I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this, and just make sure that I did the exact thing that I should do. This is just not working. This is exactly, yeah, more of this. Then the end, we can copy paste that out and do the same thing again, and then we get all this. I'm pretty sure this is just the answer for the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and shelly.php maybe. I don't know. And what file did media malware read from the pod? This is where we should probably have read these things. Probably use netcat, I guess. And what IP address was unexpected. So that's the I think it was the so much of this. Yeah, I'm sorry not being too enthusiastic about this. It's just I'm really tired today. I'm really sorry, folks, but this is also not my room. So what time is the first connection made? I can't look through all this. It's I'm sorry. I will find the answers and I will show you the answers, but I just cannot look through these kind of things. It's too much. Yeah, so I spent a bit of time and just remember that we did actually see the db PHP file. The 2 times was there long, but I just I'm very sorry for this, but I don't think these kind of tasks are very fun, and I want to show you that the way that you should go ahead and verify this is the time. What time is the first connection made from this IP address in the Docker registry? So you need to go back and find the command that execute that, and just definitely just scroll down and find the time. The same here. It's a very tedious job, and I just don't feel like doing that too much in the video. Anyways, this is the answers, and if you like this, let me know below. I will definitely make sure to write. This is not a real walkthrough, but more like something that I feel like I need to show. So anyways, have a really nice day, and ho 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 ho.